Okay, hello everyone. We are from Syndicate 3 and we are going to discuss about the economics of US farm support programs. This is our syndicate. My name is Dil Ahmad Sobarudin and I am accompanied by Alisa Ikahana, Billy, and Andarugi Maskati. As we know that the US has a strong agricultural tradition, they are annually producing about 143 billion in crops, and in 2010, American agriculture exports reached to $105 billion, with one-third of farm acreage dedicated to exports. This ensure Americans have ample, safe, and affordable food, solidifying in the US as a producer. And this is a dynamics program provided by the US government starting from 1930. The US government implement price support program to set minimum price above equilibrium. And in the 1973, the US government shifted its approach to direct subsidies. Instead of setting minimum prices, they began to giving farmer direct financial assistance. And in 1996, the government of US provide Freedom to Farm Act. This is intended to phase out the subsidies gradually. And the last is the Farm Bill. It is started in 2002, which is seen by President George Bush. This bill increased subsidy to U.S. farmer despite earlier intention to move toward more open markets and trade. And further information about this scenario will be explained by Alpha Husada. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dilal. I will explain about the first scenario. In the left side, we will see the graph about the price per bushel and billion of bushel per year. The analysis condition one, the government set the price is $4, above the equilibrium price of $3. US government creating incentive for farmer to produce more wheat. Farmer will supply 2.2 billion bushels and customer only buy 1.8 billion bushels, creating excess supply of 0.4 billion bushel. The total subsidy to be paid, the government is 2.2 bushels minus 1.8 bushel times $4. The total is 1.6 billion.
After we know the condition one, the government set the price at $4 above the equilibrium price at $3 and 2 billion bushel per year quantity. By applying the principle of incentive and regulation, the supply that was originally 2.2 billion bushel become 2.1 billion bushel, and customer only bought 1.8 billion bushel. It makes an excess supplies of 0.3 billion bushel, and the total subsidy to be paid by the government is $1.2 billion. Next.
In the third scenario, the bushel selling price is at $4 set by the government, above the equilibrium price of $3. But then, through direct subsidy of $1, farmer can sell at $3 per bushel, which means the supply and the demand can meet at its equilibrium point and there will be no excess supply caused by higher selling price. And the total subsidy that the government has to pay is $2 billion, calculated by multiplying number of bushel times subsidy given by the government.
So in conclusion, based on these three conditions, the base condition is the second scenario where the US government put subsidy through output restriction and floor pricing, because the subsidy issued by the government is limited to only $1.2 billion, which is the smallest among others. It also helps farmers from having a condition where there is excess supply from rising prices, because there are output restrictions imposed through acreage restriction. However, surplus storage cost is not yet accounted for in this condition, and if the total subsidy cost due to the storage cost exceeds $2 billion, then the US government should try to evaluate other methods such as direct subsidy, because there is no surplus storage cost in the direct subsidy method. Thank you for your attention.